Pendle Hill's an iconic feature in our landscape. You get an overwhelming sense of how popular it is when you see conveyor belts of people that are going up the hill. Unfortunately, the fact that we get something in the region of 300,000 visitors a year has led to some erosion on the summit, but also on the main paths that people access Pendle Hill via. We want to restore Pendle Hill. We want people to appreciate it for its natural beauty, and we want it to enhance their experience of the hill.
The aim of the project is to restore the main circular route up onto Pendle. The first part of the project was to restore the pitched path that was built in the 80s, and that included clearing off stone and installing new water bars to manage the surface water. And then as you come onto the summit, you've got 3 routes to the trig point, which are all badly eroded. The aim was to restore the eroded areas and create 3 subsoil paths to the summit. Once the subsoil paths were constructed, we then brought a crusher onto site and crushed all the cairns that have been built on the summit and use that material to stone the bonier areas, so it gives you a pleasant walking surface.
You'll see if you've been to the top of Pendle Hill, there's quite a lot of peat erosion. So we're working to repair that bare peat, to revegetate that bare peat, reprofiling the edges to reduce the amount of erosion off the hill, and that will restore the habitat for wildlife. And we're putting low blocks in all the little gullies, and that slows the flow of water off the hill when it's raining. Once we've done the machine work and the reseeding, then we're going to do some plug planting of moorland species, the heathers and bilberry, and replant some of the bog mosses, which are actually what creates the peat in the first place. Most peat restoration projects take 5 and 10 years to look like they're near to being completed. It's quite an iterative process, so we might go back and think, oh, what's happened there? That doesn't look quite right, or that block isn't working as we want it to. So we'll go back and fix things over time.
I've been commissioned to create a series of sculptures that will sit around the trig point of Pendle Hill, inspired by the hill itself and the local area and the people. There are going to be 12 different sculptures, and each one has a different aspect. So one of them is a homage to bees that pollinate a lot of the plants on the hill. Another of them is also dedicated to the earliest settlers on the hill 12,000 years ago. 8 of them are going to be cast out of concrete, and 4 of the sculptures are actually going to be carved out of blocks of stone, and they're the ones that are going to be at north, south, east and west. The majority of the sculpture is actually going to be buried underground, so all that will be seen will be the top surface of them. At the base of the sculptures there's going to be a message, and it's something that will never be written anywhere, it will just be passed on through word of mouth. Putting something there that then becomes discovered by the Pendle people of the future.
This dry stone walling seating area was designed by students from Manchester University, and our job was to make it come to life. It's a seating cross, so whichever way the wind is blowing from, there's going to be a corner where you can sit in and get shelter while you're on the summit of Pendle. The main challenge of the project was getting all the materials up here. We had half the stone from the original wall, but we needed as much again. Approximately 20 tonnes of stone. That was brought up by a local farmer with tractor and trailer. We had 2 or 3 days getting the materials up here, getting the site set out, and then approximately a 2-week build. It's always nice as a dry stone waller to have a challenge somebody else has designed and to make that reality. Well, this seating shelter will be here for 50 or 100 years to come for people to come up and enjoy, and part of the experience of coming up Pendle Hill.
This is my first time up Pendle Hill. I think it's absolutely stunning. It's been hard work, but well worthwhile.
It was tiring, but it was fun, like at the end, because it was an accomplishment getting to the top.
We've come up today from Preston, so it's quite a good run up the M65.
When we come up with our picnics, we'll have somewhere really good to sit now, so that's great, and out of the wind.
This is good because everyone needs a good rest after they've walked up this hill.
It's a wonderful place. We're very lucky to have this right on our doorstep, and the more we use it, the better.
Through working with as many groups as we can, through education, through environment, through volunteering opportunities and through training, we'll be hopefully reconnecting people with the landscape, and we'll be able to ensure that the improvements that we do will last a lifetime, not just a short time.